Hey guys, so welcome back to Indirect Knowledge. So tonight I got a very special tarot card reading, and this is for Jay. And Jay's asked that we don't really actually use her name, and also asked that we don't actually say her question out loud. So this is sort of like a kind of like an incognito, kind of like, if the person were to come and just to get a general reading and kind of see what's going on around a situation. This is sort of like what we would be kind of doing, but she did give the question, so I'll keep a focus on that. And just keep the focus on that, and then we'll find out right now what the kind of what's going on here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a mix up on the cards. I'm just picking that up. All right, and okay, so we have the first card. Okay, so the first card is the Seven of Swords. Now, this card is, in particular, this is more about, sometimes people refer to this as sort of like the thief in the night. It's a kind of like where we're just tiptoeing out, trying not to be, noticed too much. And this is also a card about like a lot of things going on in our mind. And for me, this card really, what it represents is sort of this going it alone, kind of getting out on one's own and kind of going it alone kind of a situation. And that's what this person's really doing. It's not a bad card at all. Some people say, well, thief in the night, it has that connotation of a thief, but it's really just kind of the actions of like what a thief would be doing. They'd kind of be a little, trying to like, sneak around. It's just got kind of that energy, but there's really, this person is doing it for their own purposes. And it's not that they're trying to take advantage or really do anything to anyone. It's just really that they feel a sense of like, I gotta do me right now. And the next card that we have is the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knights are all about movement, so it's that fiery energy, kind of like with the wands that we would see. But this is a Knight of Swords, so we also have that sword energy. So we have the fire energy, but we also have things in the mind. Like what we sometimes it's conflict. Our thoughts could be racing, and that's really what this is all about. It's like that movement of thoughts. Just moving those thoughts forward. And, just, it's kind of like that loop that plays over and over. It kind of bothers us a little bit. And then in the future and stuff, and as far as things go, like with the outcome of the situation, all we have, it's really a great card. It's the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is kind of this card where we get to a place in our life where, we can afford to take a day off. We don't have to necessarily go to work, and it's not going to, interrupt our day-to-day living or our financial situation or anything like that. It's sort of like we're in a better place, and that's what this really does represent. So when we know this, and we can get the outlying areas of the cards and kind of what the cards are kind of saying, we can start to kind of formulate and get kind of a sense of like, well, what's really going on here? So in the past, it was sort of like, you're kind of in this thing for yourself. You got to kind of do what's right for you. In the present moment, it's really about these thoughts, these ideas, things, and trying to get some resolve and trying to move things forward a little bit. And that's what that Knight of Swords is really all about. And then we have the last card that we talked about was sort of that Nine of Pentacles. It's where we sort of made it. We're not there all the way, but, it's really a good card, in terms of abundance, in terms of like having learned a lot. And it's really about getting ourselves to a really grounded place. So we're not really worried so much as what we might have been like when we were younger, or when we were less stable, or we were just kind of starting out, that kind of thing. So the energy around this card is sort of this more mature kind of attitude, more mature outlook. And it's one where we're just perceived by others as being a lot more mature, a lot more capable. And so people see us kind of in a different light. And that's what I'm really picking up with this. So as far as, the situation, regarding your questions and everything go, as far as like, there's, for the first question, I would say that the answer is a definite yes. A lot of that is because the perspectives change, if that makes sense. As people see us differently, They have a different understanding of who we are, what our ideas are. And, we're not always perfect. People are not. If we were, we probably wouldn't be here, I think that's part of life is the lessons that we have to learn from our life experiences. So none of us are perfect, and so there's always that forgiveness and, letting, forgiving yourself first and foremost, and then just knowing that, we're doing the best that we can to move our life forward to do, just really the very best that we can, and sometimes we fail, but, we have to pick up the pieces. We have to move on. The journey continues. A new chapter begins, and so on and so forth. But as you get this, as you move things forward, as things get better, they're going to continue. Like with this, for you, I see really a lot of positivity around you. I see things, you've got the right attitude, and people are going to pick that up. And when you have that good heart, I can really tell very sincerely that you have a very good heart, that your intentions are in the right place, that you want to do the right thing by people and stuff. Sometimes it's hard because of the situations we find ourselves in to do that. Sometimes, our ethics, our ethos, those kind of things are challenged a lot of times just by our circumstances, our situation. And sometimes we don't always make the decision that we would make, say, a year from now. But there's forgiveness in that, and as we grow as individuals and we prove ourselves and we get to a better place, things work themselves out naturally, and people see us as more adult, more mature, more capable, so everything kind of is taking care of itself, and so you don't really have anything to worry about. So it's a really good reading. So I hope that helps. If you need anything, of course, as your tarot coach, I'm always here for you. And guys, if you're watching this for the first time, please, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Oftentimes we come on and do live chats. I don't have it enabled right now because it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just wrapping up a few things here in the office before I head to bed. So it's been kind of a long day for me. But a lot of times when it's not a long day and I'm in office hours as normal, if you guys want to jump into the chat, talk to me, you have a question or something on your mind, you'd like to get clarity, insight, do a tarot card reading, whatever the case is, you're more than welcome to do that. And the best way to know when we're coming on is to hit that bell notification once you're subscribed to the channel. And then once you hit the bell notification, as we come on, you'll get notifications when we come on, and then you can jump in the chat if you want. And we have a lot of fun sometimes. Sometimes we have it very serious. Sometimes it's a little bit more lighthearted. But as long as you don't mind sharing the information kind of out there with everyone else, no problem. And if you're operating on like a YouTube channel, that has like an alias or something attached to it, we'll just use that name, so you don't have to worry about privacy or anything on that end. And that's it. So anyways, much love and many blessings to you all. And I will see you guys on the next episode of Indirect Knowledge. But before I go, in the description below this video, if you need like spiritual direction, if you need a tarot card reading, anything, all that information is down there. I've got my office number for office hours. If you need, spiritual direction or anything like that, maybe one-on-one or personal, you're welcome to call during that time, or, call. And if I'm not in the office, you can leave a voicemail. I can get back with you, and then we can, schedule some time that works for you, works for me. And go from there. And then my email address is down there as well. So if maybe you want to do things more kind of electronically, that's perfectly okay also. I help a lot of people that way too. So whatever makes you feel comfortable, I'm okay with. I'm just telling you that up front. I'm always here for you. Anyways, much love and many blessings. Hope to see you guys on the next episode.